Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's discuss the Python Selenium interview questions and answers. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the very first question goes like, what is a Selenium and why is it used? What are the components of Selenium? What is Selenium WebDriver? What are the advantages and limitations of Selenium? Difference between Selenium 3 and Selenium 4? What browsers are supported in Selenium? What is a locator in Selenium and what are the different types of locators? Difference between find element and find elements. Difference between XPath and CSS locator. Difference between absolute XPath and relative XPath. How do you write the dynamic XPath? What are access in XPath? How do you handle dynamic elements? What are the common WebDriver methods? How do you click send keys and get text in Selenium? How do you handle multiple windows or tabs? How do you switch frames in Selenium? How do you handle alerts? How do you perform mouse actions like mouse hovering, drag and drop? What are implicit and explicit waits? Explain the difference between implicit and explicit wait. What is a fluent wait? When do you use WebDriver wait? How do you wait for an element to be clickable or visible? How do you handle dropdowns in Selenium? How do you handle checkboxes and radio buttons? How do you handle auto suggestions? How do you handle calendars or date pickers? How do you upload and download the files? What is page object model? Why do we use page object model? What is a test automation framework? What is PyTest in Selenium? What is conftest.py in used for? Sorry, what is confess.py used for? What is parameterization in PyTest? How do you structure a Selenium framework? How do you handle stale element reference exception? How do you handle broken links? How do you handle dynamic web elements? How do you take the screenshots in Selenium? How do you run tests in headless mode? How do you run tests in parallel? What is Selenium grid and why it is used? What are decide capabilities? How do you integrate Selenium with PyTest? How do you pass test data in Selenium? How do you read data from Excel or JSON file? How do you handle logging in automation framework? How do you implement retry logic? What are the common exceptions in Selenium? How do you handle exceptions in framework? What is no such element exception? What is timeout exception? What is element not interactable exception? How do you run Selenium tests in Jenkins? How do you integrate Selenium with CI/CD pipeline? How do you generate reports? How do you execute tests in Docker or Grid? Okay, so these are some of the important interview questions which are frequently asked in Selenium with Python interviews. Okay, so also be prepared for Python programs. Okay, I have attached this document in a link that I have provided in the description and also in the comment section. So please do check out. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my video. All the best for your upcoming interview. If you are looking for end-to-end interview questions along with detailed answers which are very helpful for cracking the interviews across the globe in almost all the top companies, including service based, product based MNCs, startups, and mid-sized companies. We have tried to cover almost all the questions asked in all the companies, and also it has been designed for 0 to 15 plus years of experience, which includes fresher as well as experienced candidates. So please do check out and let me know if you are having any questions or doubts through email or via comment in the comment section. Thank you so much. Happy learning, happy testing.